Mr. Math here. Thanks for watching my videos. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to click the bell icon to be notified of updates. Hello again, viewers. Welcome to episode 1 of Let's Play Shantae, the Switch port. I have wanted to replay the first game in the Shantae series for a long time now, and just had so many other games to play, you know? So, never any time for it. And then I saw that the Switch port was on sale on the eShop, and I was like, yeah, now it's time. And this port is awesome. If I'd had more time to play more games previously, I would have picked up this game the day it released, more than a year ago now, as of the time of this recording. Because I think it's so awesome that this port can be played either in the original Gameboy Color version or the GBA enhanced version. The history of this game, and I've mentioned this before in one of the other Shantae Let's Plays I've done. I think it was Pirate's Curse. This game was released on the Game Boy Color about 6 months after the Game Boy Advance came out. So, at the time, nobody was interested in the Game Boy Color's swan song. They wanted Game Boy Advance games. So, unfortunately, the game bombed in sales, mainly thanks to the timing of its release. And it's really too bad, because it's an excellent game. You know, I've mentioned before, there are some frustratingly primitive game mechanics that hold it back, but still, it is a long adventure that you can really sink your teeth into. It's great. Now, obviously this is not a blind playthrough. I've played this game before, but it has been a long time, so I'm probably going to be a bit rusty. And I'm going to play the GBA enhanced version, because there is one feature, only one, that you had if you played the game on the GBA instead of the GBC. So let's get going, shall we? Pause menu, ZL and ZR. Limited run games did the Switch port. Okay, so ZL and ZR, what's that do? Okay. Save states, of course. Filter sharp? Filter sharp? LCD native, sharp, LCD native. Okay. I see. So I can put in the scan lines. Huh. Let's try the other one. Native. So that lowers the resolution a little bit. Sharp. You can see every individual pixel. So honestly, you can still see every individual pixel, even in native form. Why not? Let's just go with sharp. Alright. File select. It's really neat how they had her blinking her eyes. You know, it's little things. This is a really old game. It's like 20 years old at this point. And it was on the Gameboy Color, which was a very low-powered device even in its day, let alone now. And yet they had a really fine-looking game. Alright, time for the tutorial level. Looks out her window. What? Not another pirate attack. I'd better warn Scuttle Town. Shaking her fist at the boat. Ow. Yeah, these... In this first game, they didn't have the pit poison, so you can't tell for sure that this is a bottomless pit. It's kind of neat how the ship can just turn around on a dime like that. And out come the Tinkerbats. First time in the series we've seen them. And of course... So, you're behind this attack. Risky Boots, the lady pirate. In the flesh. Sorry about your shack, darling. I thought you were a guardian genie. Not some scrawny kid. Well, no matter. Gotta haul booty. Oh, she's up to no good, that's for sure. She sailed in and started shooting cannonballs. Yeah, I'd say that's no good. Well, if I'm gonna earn my keep as Scuttle Town's genie, I'd better stop her. This game has a run button. You hold down the attack, you hold down the hair whip button, and that's what makes her run. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm already down to half alive. I'm really rusty. Now, the main problem here is that her hair whip has a much shorter range than in the later games. Oop, boy, that... Up. Town's on fire now. Can't get through that wall though, okay. Come on, jump! There we go. Saw that guy coming. You can jump around quite a bit in the opening section, but it's not really good for anything. Back and forth between the fiery section and the night section. There's no real point to doing that, though. Now remember this animation where they're hauling a log and slamming it against the wall like this. That's going to become important later. Much, much later. For now, all it's doing is giving us a way through here. Gotta take this part slow. Ooh, that's important. And Shantae just stands there watching them do it. Oh, look who it is. It's Uncle Mimic. His first appearance in the series. Mimic! Hey, old man. Are you okay? Look what those Tinkerbats did to my workshop. I've got to stop them before they escape with my steam engine. Steam engine? What's a steam engine? I'll explain later. Right now, we have to get it back. You stay put. I'll handle this. Sorry for hair whipping you there. I didn't mean it. Oh, okay, I just have to stand on that for a little while. I'd forgotten. And it's already gotten back to daytime. Dropping big gems now. I'm up to 22 gems. Not the greatest. 23 now. 24. Ah, I'm at the ship. Okay. This opening boss fight can be a bit challenging if you don't know exactly what to do, and I might have forgotten. I guess we'll find out shortly. That's far enough, Risky! Where's the steam engine? None of your business. More importantly, you people have been using my sea without paying my fee, and now you're in a lot of hot water. Well, yeah, you have a steam engine. That's ridiculous. The ocean is free to everyone to enjoy. Just who do you think you are? Who am I? I'm Risky Boots, Queen of the Seven Seas, and anyone who opposes me will be crushed flat. Men, spank this one extra hard for Mommy. Okay, yeah, this is easy. Just stand right here and wait for the door to open. And then, ooh. now you just keep doing this until you've destroyed enough of them that the ship blows up. And try not to get hit by the falling TNT yourself. Almost got it. There we go. Not too difficult. I went easy on you this time. But next time I'll be steam-powered and unstoppable! Ho 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 ho! And there's Mayor Scuttlebutt, who did not have a name yet in this game. It wasn't until Shantae Risky's Revenge when he actually got his name. Good job, Shantae. You certainly made short work of those bandits. Hiring a town genie was a dandy idea indeed. Maybe it's time I told him I'm only a half genie. Then Scuttle Town could get a real guardian genie to protect them. How did I let things get so screwed up? Shantae, what happened? Where's my steam engine? I'm sorry, Mimic. Risky got away with the steam engine, and now she's going to use it to destroy Scuttle Town. Oh, if only I were a real genie, then I'd show that Risky a thing or two. I'm afraid it will take more than genie magic this time. Let me explain from the beginning. It all started on my last dig, when I unearthed an ancient vault. Hidden inside was a diagram of a strange contraption. Here's how the thing works. A steel chamber full of water is heated like so. The water becomes steam, blasting out the top with enough pressure to turn a wheel indefinitely. Steam-powered muscle like that could change the world. I used the plans to build a steam engine of my own. I was almost done when that vixen swiped it. She seemed to be headed towards Watertown. Maybe there's still a chance to get the engine back. That's a girl. Be sure to hit the save room before you leave town. Good luck, Shantae. You need to get to Watertown and find Bolo. Now, this is one of the best parts of the game, in my opinion. The way that all the towns are set up is you have Shantae standing in the middle here, and you hit left or right on the controls, and she walks around in a circle. Like here's the Warp Squid Hut. When you push up, you go inside. Come on, talk. There we go. Oh dear, I've lost my baby warp squids. They're always getting to mischief. If you find all 4 of them, I'll give you something nice for your trouble. Yeah, so each of the dungeons in this game has, or labyrinths, excuse me. They're called labyrinths in Shantae. I need to remember that. But anyway, each one of them has a few warp squids hidden around. And in the end, if I remember correctly, there's a total of 20 in the entire game. Dance parlor. Sorry, kiddo, show's over. Until tonight. Come back later. Yeah, so there's a day-night cycle in this game. Item shop. Save room. What does the item shop have? What can I do for you? Okay, so there's the vials, which are basically like the Legend of Zelda potions. Cream. Lets you walk past enemies. Not enough gems. Storm puffs. Tricky to use, but extremely powerful. Pike balls. Defend your body and attack your foes. Yeah, I don't have enough money for any of them. Save room. Oh right, you can press the start button to keep track of all your stuff on the subscreen. Had you heard that already? Right, I forgot you could talk to the people walking around by pushing the B button. Did you know you can press the X button to enter dance mode? Then you can press any button when the notes light up to perform a different move. They say some dances have magical properties. Bathhouse, that's what I was looking for. Hi Shantae, this is the place to revive those aching muscles and soak your worries away. There's a bunch of towns in this game and they all have a bathhouse. I've traveled to Watertown in the east and Oasis Town in the west. Have you visited either of them? Realistically, she probably has. But not in this game yet. You need to get to Watertown to find Bolo. Yeah, Watertown's to the east. Those of you who have seen or played the other games are probably wondering, is that really to the east or did they reverse it? Well, this time they haven't reversed it. Yet. Because this is where that particular long-term running gag gets started. Hello, Shantae. Would you like me to save a record of your travels? Any previous information will be forgotten, okay? There is no previous information on this file yet. I'm pretty sure it's not possible to permanently mess things up, so, you know, save whenever. Anyways, subscreen. Alright, so we have two screens here. We have just general... This is basically the item screen. There's, at the top right there, an empty window. We'll learn what that's for later. And then you have, next to that, the warp squids. We have not found any of them yet. And then next to that, the fireflies. Which, again, we have not found any of yet. And in this big area that I'm currently moving the yellow cursor around is where all the usable items are. And now if you push the A button, it takes you to the dance menu, which shows you a lot of different dances that we can get. We don't have any of them yet. But we will get all of them eventually. And then there's a picture of Shantae there. It does change depending on things that you buy in the store, but we'll get to that a bit later. So let's get out of here. Long ago, there were genies all over the place. Now you're lucky if you ever live to see one. Yeah, that's a bit of story. Anyway, go out the Scuttle Town gates. These guys always annoy me. If you keep hitting them, they keep dropping money. Man, Whoa, I'm very rusty. Ow, man, these guys are really doing me in. The scarecrows. Yeah, this game is actually pretty rough. And if one of these jerks would drop a heart, I'd really appreciate it, but no, they're just dropping money. Oh. Darn it, I pushed the jump button. I was trying to get back here to spend a few coins at the store. You're a dancer, right? You should check out the dance parlor tonight and shake what Mama gave you. It's a great way to earn extra gems. Early in the game it actually can be if you get pretty good at it. Okay, I've already talked to her. Okay, where was the item shop? Did I miss it? Yeah, I did, actually. Okay, anyway, so if you push the X button... It's basically a rhythm mini game. And I've forgotten the rhythm. Okay. Okay. Okay, you push either a direction on the D-pad or one of the attack buttons, either attack or jump, when the note icon is lit up. Yeah. So I think I got the timing on that more or less. But yeah, I'm a little bit rusty. Let's see. I can't buy very much. But Vanish Cream will come in... Oh, darn it! I really don't know which button does which right now. I'm not used to the Switch controls. Vanish Cream is going to come in very handy later on. Okay, and now if I open the menu, you can see there's Vanish Cream. So yeah, the empty screen up there, the empty box up there shows which of these items you currently have equipped. And then when you go back to the game screen, at the bottom left there, where the word out is sort of bouncing around, that's where your item is. And if you push, I believe, the select button when you have it equipped, then you use it. Thing is, I don't want to do that right now, so I'm going to turn that off. I definitely don't want to use Vanish Cream this early. Save a record, blah blah blah. Okay, let's get going. Okay, if you're pretty careful, you can run right under those guys. Should have just kept going. Ah. There is a Oh, there's the first heart holder, and I can't get to it. And the day-night cycle. Oh, come on. That one, I couldn't even have avoided it if I wanted to. Oh. I'm thrown all the way back to the start of the section. Ah, darn it! Get up! And the first firefly. I found a firefly. I can check my total on the subscreen. Yeah, see, there's a firefly right up there. There are 12 of those, and I'm not going to have all of them until very late in the game. Finally made it through there, jeez. This game is rough. Boy, heart! Oh, I needed that. And this tree stump. Can't get through it right now. But that's going to become important later. And day comes. So I can't find fireflies, but enemies are not quite as bad. Mind you, not quite as bad. Okay, there is an important difference between tree stumps that you can walk through and tree stumps that you can't. But that difference is not going to become evident for quite a while. Ah, come on. Take a running leap, Shantae. Thank you. Okay. Save a record? Sure, why not? Kind of risky saving when I only have one heart, but on the other hand... Oh, okay, this is the entrance to the Labyrinth. You need to remember this place. And there's that orange frog monster. Now those guys, I knew that they were there. There is a particularly, I don't know if famous is the right word, but a Let's Play of Shantae that the developers really loved by some fellow who calls himself Brick Road. He did this like I don't know, 10 years ago. And during his Let's Play, he actually named those fish that pop out of the waterfalls Barracuda Joe. Just kind of, you know, popped out of his mouth when he said it. And the developers liked his Let's Play so much that they ended up naming one of the secondary characters Barracuda Joe. We've seen him in a few of my other Let's Plays. This is kind of a risky jump. Hey, I made it though. I can deal with that. So there's probably a Barracuda Joe right here. So yeah, I'll just leave him be. Yep, there's one there too. I don't remember the official name for those monsters, if there even is one. There probably is. I wish I could see down. Haha, nearly got me. But I outsmarted you. Yeah, these mountains. Oh, you stupid Kid Icarus snakes. Let's just tank the damage and get out of here already. Watertown. Just when it turns daylight. Tinkerbats can build anything. I wonder why a pirate would need so many of them. If you buy any fighter's equipment, buy them in order. My fighter's sash was worthless until I bought the fighter's boot. Right. The martial arts stuff. And the Warp Squid Hut. Each of these towns has a Warp Squid Hut. Where, you know, the squid living in them is, you know, a different color, but otherwise the same. Come on. Talk. There we go. Oh dear, I've lost my baby warp squids. They're always getting into mischief. If you find all 4 of them, I'll give you something nice for your trouble. Yeah, they say the same thing. And they also always have a power outlet down here. You know, I wouldn't have thought this place was advanced enough for electricity, since they don't even have steam engines yet. But then thinking about it, I guess the fact that Mimic found an old schematic means maybe there used to be steam engines. Bolo's gazebo. Long ago, the sacred stones were housed in 4 labyrinths. There were real-life genies protecting them in those days, but I suppose they're all gone by now. The item shop. Okay. So, still have the healing vials, but also have float muffins, which allows you to drop into bottomless pits and not die from it. Exit candy for getting out of labyrinths. The flash bolt, which is basically a Hadoken, lets you attack from a distance. The fighter's boot. The fighter's sash. The fighter's cuff. And the fighter's tiara. Now, these martial arts moves, they are a fascinating idea that just don't really work right. Because if you use... Because you can't really control where Shantae goes when you use them. Unless you're really, 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 really careful. And chances are you'll launch yourself right into a bottomless pit if you actually try to use them. You know, it's a fascinating idea, and I wish they'd ever been able to find a workable way to get Shantae's martial arts moves into the games, but they simply never have. Kind of disappointing, really. Let's see. Float muffins, though, those are kind of helpful. You know, it's limited, but there are a few places where they are really good to have. On the other hand, exit candy, useful for exiting labyrinths. Yes, I do want that. Yeah, it's... Yeah. The labyrinths aren't too difficult to navigate your way through, but honestly, better safe than sorry. I already talked to this guy because I was holding down the attack button since I ran out of the shop. It talked to him automatically again. The Firefly Shrine, right. Now, when I have all 12 Fireflies, which again is not going to be until the very end of the game. What is this place? It's too hard to see. It would take 12 Fireflies to brighten things up. Yeah, once you have all 12 Fireflies, yeah, you can come back here and get whatever's here. This is Watertown. This fabulous place was built by beautiful aquatic peoples long ago. That would explain all the pillars and junk. The shop in this town may not sell many items, but it's the only place to buy fighter equipment. When you wear them, you can perform special combo moves in battle. The bathhouse. Okay. Let's make use of this. Hi, Shantae. This is the place to revive those aching muscles and soak your worries away. I was just trying to run. I didn't want to talk to her again. Yeah, so I really like the Watertown music. Have you seen any fireflies? They're only out at night. If you can find 12 of them, you could cast a lot of light around. Save room, okay. Yes, please, let's save. And Bolo's gazebo, okay. Here's a familiar figure. First time we meet Bolo. And I hair whipped him. That was mean. Hi, Bolo. I thought I'd find you here. We've got an emergency in Scuttle Town. Things have been rather exciting here, too. We just got a visit from the infamous lady pirate, Risky Boots. She came here already, and she didn't attack? Pah, not at all. She just wanted directions to the Dribble Fountain. What? You didn't give them to her, did you? She sure was pretty, and that outfit, hoo-hoo! Arrgh! You imbecile! Now I've got to get there first. Where is this place? You probably passed it on the way here. The aqueduct below it is locked up tight, though. I suppose I could show you how it opens. You bet you will. You're in the doghouse as it is. I'll meet you at the Dribble Fountain, and you'd better be there. He deserved that hair whip, I guess. Have you seen the Dribble Fountain? They say it's a barrier that keeps monsters hidden away. Oh, that's comforting. So I'm going to open a barrier and let monsters out? What was that kid who ran by? The shop? Yeah, he's just telling me about the fighter's equipment. back towards the Dribble Fountain. Wherever those Kid Icarus snakes, here they are. Okay, that's one way to get past them at least. Ah, darn it, I was trying to jump over it. Oh, come on, that one's not fair. Now I'm stuck down here, this is a dead end. Okay, I have to go up and over. Oh, man. I thought I missed it, and then I hit the log, but I was still holding left on the controller, and... Okay, let's try to get through here and actually get to the Dribble Fountain. If I lose one more life, I'm going to end up back at the last save point. I won't have lost too much progress, but... Oh! Okay, I was mistaken. Now I'll end up back at the last save point if something like that happens again. Yeah, I am very rusty at this game. I figured I would be. It's been so long since I played it. The controls are pretty stiff. Oh, and now it's night. There is a firefly in this area, but I can't get it yet. It'll actually be a long time before I can get it. Oh! Darn it, that jump was just a little bit too far. Game over. Well, continue, of course. And now here we are back at the Watertown save point. Boy, who's... new people. Is your ponytail magic? I thought only half genies were born with quirky powers like that. I knew a gal who could squirt milk out of her eye. Bet she was a half genie. Have you found any of those warp squids yet? You oughta. It sure would make traveling easy. Fireflies are always out at night. You should look for them in all sorts of out-of-the-way places. If you catch enough of them, something good is bound to happen. Okay, I already talked to this guy. I already talked to this guy, too. Have I talked to Bolo yet? Oh, come on. I was trying to talk to the guy in the blue hat there. What's wrong with this fighter's tiara? I guess I should have bought a fighter's cuff first. I don't remember if it believes I've talked to Bolo yet or not. Yeah, okay. Darn it, I'm holding down the attack button to run when I come out of these places, so I just automatically talk to the person who's standing right out there. Oh man, I thought I'd missed that jump. Okay, so up and over. Let's try not to completely fail this time, please. Much better. Okay, I could have gotten over this with a single jump. So far, enemies have twice as much life power at night. That's why it took me so long to hair with them. I kind of forgot that detail. And look, a firefly. But I can't get it yet. There you are. What are you doing now, you idiot? I can smell her perfume, so beautiful and alluring. Ooh, snap out of it! I've got to get inside. Whatever Risky's after is worth investigating. Stand back. A quick flick of the wrist, and... There! That ought to do it. You can go on inside. I'll wait here in case she comes back. Okay, I believe there's a save point right over here. Yes. This is actually a good place to end the first video before I go into the labyrinth. Yeah, the first labyrinth is actually a pretty quick journey. It doesn't take long to get there. Yeah, a similar game, or, you know, one later in the Shantae series, would take them much longer to get to the first labyrinth. But here, you know, I'm already there. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching this first episode of the original Shantae, the Switch port. Join me here next time as I go into the Dribble Fountain and find out what Risky Boots is after. Later, folks.